It's funny, when I sort of roll the clock back, and deference to my colleagues here, they said I have 5 minutes, so Wendy, keep me on time. I roll the clock back to when I started the county. We launched something really interesting. We put together a sustainability working group to set up an ambitious set of plans to reduce the county's greenhouse gas emissions 80% by 2050. Big number. But when you think about we're asking the whole community to do that, well, as a county government, if we're asking you, homeowners and businesses, to meet that kind of commitment, shouldn't we meet it too? So, absolutely. So, back in 2013, I actually did a pivot. I moved from the Department of Environmental Protection to start a new office in the Department of General Services dedicated solely to reducing the environmental footprint of county operations. So we do the energy management, we buy the electricity, we work with electric vehicles in our fleet. We do a whole bunch of things. But one of the cornerstones of our efforts is actually to reduce the environmental impact of the electricity we buy. We buy a lot of electricity, in the order of 223 million kilowatt hours. It's an enormous amount of electricity. And of course, we go out and we purchase clean electricity to offset our consumption. Matter of fact, we buy enough clean electricity for the county government, not only to offset our greenhouse gas emissions from our electricity, but we actually buy extra to offset natural gas, fuel oil, and even our fleet. The county government operations, as of today, are 100% carbon neutral. But, thank you, but we need to take a step further. Sure, buying renewable energy helps stimulate renewable energy installations across the country, but we're also dedicated to putting as much as we can in our facilities near where it's used, where it can provide the best benefit. So one of our cornerstone initiatives is the installation of solar on 18 county facilities. We've got 18 active projects, and we're still hunting more. We're at every building, every parking lot, every open space. I was like, maybe we can do something with this. But so we've got 18 projects. They'll total about 11 megawatts when we're done. And that doesn't mean much to the average person walking off the street. That's enough power for almost 1,200 single-family homes. It's a lot of electricity. And we're putting it in ways that fit within our portfolio. One of the ethics we have is we're trying to make sure that we don't just go do one project out in a field somewhere. We're trying to blend these projects so that we're actually bringing a solar asset on a public facility to every community in the county. And we still got a few to fill in, but we've made some great headway. The roof of this building, of course, excellent. As you can see here on the lower left-hand side, there isn't much space left by the time we put panels in there. This building, of course, but we've also got many others. Libraries, Gaithersburg Library. That building produces almost as much electricity as it uses from the solar on its roof. And we put as much as we could, fitting within our codes and setbacks and how far we had to stay from the edges and weight limitations. We did every bit we could on that facility. And just moving from sort of left to right on the bottom, then you've got actually one of our fire stations. And we're particularly proud of some of our fire station projects because not only do they bring solar to public safety facilities, they also give us training assets. That fire station, we actually put a section of that roof aside so the firefighters could train near the solar panel, so when they're fighting a fire in a commercial building, they knew better how to work around them. We like to get double duty out of stuff. And then, so going back to the left, one of our biggest project to date is actually the Clarksburg Correctional Facility. 2 megawatts. It's got a field up back. Existing field. It's up there far to the left. And you see the blue up there? That's not a lake. Those are solar panels. Now, we did that in existing open area. There's basically a rubble fill. So we did not go in there. We actually left the existing ground cover in place. We actually hope to be able to do beekeeping on that property in the next couple years. Obviously, being a correctional facility, we got to work through some of the security, logistics. But I think there's a tremendous opportunity to take advantage of that co-located solar and pollinator. We did the roof. We didn't just do the back field. We did the roof too. And then we're particularly proud of the next one over, which you see the canopies over parking. This is one part of a nation-leading project where we have combined multiple technologies to take the county's largest public safety facility and put those technologies to work so we can take it off Pepco's grid. We are using solar, 2 megawatts of canopy-mounted solar over existing parking, combined with a technology called combined heat and power, which natural gas goes in, electricity and heat for use in the building come out, very efficient, to be able to take that facility, and if Pepco goes down, it runs. It's tremendous. It's called a microgrid. It's one of the first in the nations where we've actually structured it as a service arrangement, where someone comes in, builds it, runs it. We're not experts in running power plants. Gives us what we need, which is highly resilient public safety services for our community. That's public safety headquarters in Gaithersburg. And then finally, and actually I mixed up my libraries, the second one from the left on the bottom is actually Rockville Library. The far right-hand upper corner is Gaithersburg Library. So libraries are a very important tool for us. We like to put solar on libraries so people can go in and actually monitor it. So you can go on our website, social media, and check up on any of the systems, their construction status, their progress. That's what we're here to do. We want to make sure we lead by example. We'll make sure we build and anchor a vibrant solar industry, create the jobs, and then so when our private partners and our homeowners are building more solar, collectively we're better.